Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Avia 880 OG Retro from the AviaIsBack project. So this shoe originally dropped back in May and finally made its way to my door yesterday, and I'm really excited to finally get this in hand. I've been following the AviaIsBack project for a while now, and I gotta say, they knocked it out of the park. The project was made in collaboration by Velour and AKA Goods, as well as permission from the actual Avia brand, and the main goal of the project was to reproduce the shoes and clothing from the 80s Avia line. The shoe and clothing from the project are made out of high quality materials and were made to be as accurate as possible to the original releases. The Avia 880 model originally debuted in 1987 and became an iconic high-top basketball sneaker, well really a super high-top sneaker. In contrast to like Air Jordan 1s or New Balance 650s, this is a very high-top sneaker. And this is the model that actually inspired Virgil Abloh's Louis Vuitton LV trainer sneaker, which I think is really cool. So as usual, I'll be doing a full overview of the shoe as well as an on-feet look, as well as my thoughts and opinions on sizing, comfort, quality, and overall design of both the shoe and the box. Starting with the box, the 880 OG Retro comes in a box that is basically an exact replica of the original boxes the 880s came in back in the 80s. You get the red Avia logo on top with a black grid background. It says high performance athletic footwear, which is really cool. And check out that sizing tag. It's the same sizing tag utilized back in the 80s, which I think is really cool. Moving on towards the extras, first up we have a thank you card from the AviaIsBack team explaining the project and Avia, and the first run of the 880 is actually limited to only 1,000 units, which is pretty cool. And then you get an exact replica of the original tags that came on the shoe, and then this tag actually unfolds and has even more information as well as a diagram of the shoe, which I think is really cool. And lastly is the sticker that came on one of the shoes indicating the non-marking rubber, which I think is a really nice touch. Starting with the toe box of the shoe, the mugguard of the shoe is made out of a premium and soft white leather. Moving up, you get a small panel of light gray suede, and in the very middle of the toe box you get more of that white leather that's perforated, and at the top of the toe box you get another panel of the white leather. Moving towards the middle, you get more panels of the white leather in various styles like perforations and non-perforated, and at the bottom lace eyelets you get a small panel of rubberized TPU plastic, as well as the panel being in a black nylon outline. Moving towards the very middle, you get another small panel of perforated white leather, another big panel of non-perforated white leather, and in the very middle you get a big panel of rubberized plastic that's gray as well as black, and then you also get the Avia logo in black plastic. Moving up the shoe, you get another panel of perforated white leather, a big panel of the rubberized gray plastic, as well as a big panel of black suede. Moving towards the back and heel of the shoe, you get a big panel of gray plastic with some design accents in them, and at the very back of the shoe, starting from the top, you get a continuation of that black suede, you get a continuation of the panel of the gray plastic with 880 in red, and then you get another big panel of that white leather. And the medial side of the shoe is the same as the lateral side of the shoe in terms of color and materials. The shoes come with one set of flat white laces, and those laces weave on top of a padded nylon tongue that's in white and gray. And moving towards the top, you get the most polarizing feature of the 880, and that is the Velcro strap. The strap is made out of a rubberized gray material, and you also get the Avia logo in red, and the strap is woven through a white metal aglet. At the very top of the tongue, you get a fabric tag with For the Inside Game branding as well as 880 branding in black, white, and red embroideries. And then on the back of the tongue, on the flip side of that fabric tag, you get a description of Avia's manufacturing as well as saying that it's made in China. The back of the tongue and the ankle area of the shoe are lined in a black polyester material. Now too sure if the camera can pick it up well, but the sizing tag is also an exact replica of the 80s sizing tags, which is really cool. The insoles are a very nice form-fitting insole with some nice arch support. They remind me of New Balance's Ortholite foam insoles. Most of the insole is foam, but then the back and the arch support is in like a rubberized plastic material, and then of course you get the Avia logo printed on in black, and then on the back of the insole you also get the Avia logo debossed in it. The midsole is made out of a combination of white rubber and EVA foam, and then the outsole of the shoe is made out of red, white, and gray rubbers. You also get the Avia logo in red near the middle of the shoe, and I mean, just take a good look at this outsole. It's crazy. It's a very 80s outsole traction pattern with a lot of details. I mean, it just looks so cool. So now that the overview of the shoes out of the way, I'll lace these up and I'll show you how they look on feet. So for sizing, I'd say these fit true to size. I'm a true size 9.5 and I got these in a size 9.5 and they fit me well. But the only thing to note is that these are available in very limited sizing. And while they did come in a US size 9.5, they don't come in a US size 9. I think they're originally in European sizing, so they had to do a conversion to the US sizes and they're a bit weird. Not every size is included, like it goes from 8, 8.5 to 9.5. So unfortunately, if you are in between certain sizes, you might not be able to get your true size with these. And in terms of getting your foot inside the shoe, it's the same experience as every other high top shoe. Make sure to undo the Velcro strap, pull it out of the aglet, and then pull the tongue all the way forward to get your feet in. It's definitely not the most smooth experience, but it's the same thing with every high top shoe, unfortunately. For comfort, this is on par with every other 80s high top hard rubber outsole basketball shoe. It's okay for lifestyle wear, but it's by no means comfortable. The form-fitting insole is definitely a nice touch, and it's not the hardest basketball shoe in the world, but I'm sure you guys already know that it's not a shoe meant for comfort. In terms of quality, I was very impressed with the quality on these. These were manufactured in China, but they had a lot of great quality control and had very high standards. And as I said earlier, they were made with some very high quality materials. The leathers utilized on the shoe feel very soft in hand. The suede, while very limited, also feels pretty great. And craftsmanship was on point, no craftsmanship issues. All the materials utilized on the shoe felt excellent in hand. And the shoe's definitely not cheap. The conversion to US dollars, it retails at $206 plus shipping, so it's definitely not a cheap shoe, but I'd say it's a premium shoe at a premium price. And if you really love the high top 80s basketball shoes and are a vintage sneaker collector like me, I definitely say they're worth it. These were definitely worth the long shipping wait. I mean, they're a very high quality shoe. I'd say this project was a big success. These were released alongside a small batch of 830s, as well as a full Avia clothing line, which I thought was pretty cool. Quality materials, the great craftsmanship, all the small little details, and getting everything up to par from the original 80s release. I mean, bravo to the AviaIsBack team. They absolutely knocked it out of the park with this project. So that's gonna do it for this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Follow me on my socials. If you really loved the video, please consider leaving a super thanks in the tip jar below. And thanks for watching.